Three buses there standing in a line have been set on fire. First set of visuals coming to us as the anger really spreads across the state of Madhya Pradesh. Mohit has been reporting for us. Mohit, the situation still doesn't seem to be coming under control with people really taking to streets. Now we understand more buses have been burnt.
Well, as you rightly pointed out, several buses have been charred once again, and it isn't just the first case. We've seen how during the morning, reports coming in from Devas, and we had videos from coming in from Devas showing how stones were pelted at a bus which had occupants inside. So it seems that passengers, daily traffic, whether it be all types of vehicles, are facing the brunt of these farmers. They are in no mood to stop their agitation, and on the other hand, it seems the state government has completely failed to take any action in this matter. We've seen how trucks loaded with commodities, loaded with material have been set on fire. Their drivers assaulted, and they had to actually run for their lives. You have seen how even our crew had to face a stone pelting on some of the stretch from Mandsaur towards Neemuch. So it seems that stone pelting continues, the agitation continues of the farmers, and even the passengers, even the daily passengers, the routine drivers, they are also feeling the brunt of it. But however, at the same time, the state government, it seems, has no solution to this particular issue. It seems the state government did not anticipate that this movement, this protest could turn into such a huge movement, and this could actually lead to such an issue. Mind you, the agitation has grown many folds since last evening, after 7 farmers were killed. Now that too has resulted in a lot of confusion with the Home Minister of Madhya Pradesh coming out and saying that it was.
Okay, Mohit, stay with me. Mohit, stay with me. I keep coming back to you. I'll keep coming back to you for more updates on ground, really. But going across to Anand also in the newsroom to get some more details about these visuals. Anand, what's interesting is as the vehicle in which the person is sitting who's recording this moves through that stretch of road, we see that there's not a single security personnel. The buses which are charred, the buses which are still on fire. And no deployment.
No, and look at this set of visuals that we have. If you can cut these, there are people who are damaging a fire tending vehicle. Now, this is 3 set of visuals. These are 3 set of visuals to all our viewers joining us on this broadcast, which have just come to us from this person who shot this on mobile. So sometimes the visuals might just tilt, but bear with us because you can make out. Now, count the trucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trucks and buses. And overall, there seem to be about 25 trucks and buses which have been set ablaze. They have been set ablaze, and where are the security personnel here? There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, another 4 buses there. Now, as this person is moving, you see these people, they are damaging a fire tending vehicle there, and nobody is doing anything. Now he moves on. There are other trucks which are standing there. These are buses which are absolutely still on this side of the road. There is traffic on this side, but on this side parallel, all the trucks and buses which were there, they have all been damaged. Now, as he moves, the visual does tilt, but bear with us. Let's stay with these visuals because there's another bus that's damaged there. There you go. It's absolutely empty. People are. This bus is burning. So they slow down, and you see this bus absolutely it's black in its suit. The tires are still burning on this one. This truck is damaged. There are 3-4 people here. Look at all the windows of this bus smashed. These are all tourist buses. They've been smashed. There again, the window panes are bare. Now that was that fire vehicle again, whose tires were burnt. Another vehicle. Now these are again other buses which have been burnt. So even the rescue vehicles which got there have been damaged and tarnished. Now look at this. There's another fire engine that's going there. Fire tending vehicle. And these are people who are sitting with masks and with lathis, as he was pointing, that flash. We'll try and treat these visuals because they've just come in, so we're just showing it now. Tires have been pulled out. The bus is damaged, absolutely damaged. Look at these trucks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, all of them still spewing smoke here, plumes of smoke, absolutely blackened with soot. This bus here, the tires are still blazing. These tires are burning. They've been set ablaze. And look at all these people. They're all walking around, and either they are local villagers, they have seen what has happened. Look at these people damaging on top of this, trying to further damage it. So these are visuals which are running in a bit of a loop here, Tanvi. But as we show it to our viewers, it is absolutely shocking what is happening.
Yeah.
There was another set, I'll just come to that set again, where they were literally breaking the panes of a fire-tending vehicle, a rescue vehicle which has come to douse the fires on the buses that have been set ablaze. Even that vehicle has been damaged, and like you said, not a single police personnel around any of this.
And I wonder, Anand, these people who are roaming around, with their faces covered, wearing those scarves on bikes and breaking this public property, how are they being allowed? Why is there not a more stricter and higher deployment in these regions? And the violence, how is it this kind of violence is being allowed? Because at the end of the day, there are 10 tourist buses. One wonders for how long they were stranded there. More visuals coming in now, Anand. Look at them. They've surrounded this vehicle and they're smashing the glasses and the window pane. This is what is happening. And again, no security deployment. Now, why is this being allowed? While the anger may be understandable about the fighting that took place yesterday, while the anger may be understandable about what the farmers have been demanding, and if the government has turned a deaf ear, is this also acceptable?
Yeah, no, it is not acceptable at all. They are stopping.
Okay. We will try and go back to that bite. I believe that was a spokesperson, a PRO member for the state government, and we'll see what he has to say about the situation, Anand. As we play out these visuals, there are 2 to 3 different sets of visuals that we are getting.
Tanvi, the visuals that we are playing right now on air, as you talk through, and you can talk through, is that this is one of the visuals where you'll see the camera turns back, and this is a different set. There is one where they're actually breaking down a fire vehicle, and there are people around, but there are no cops. In this entire set, there are no cops anywhere.
Yeah, exactly my point.
Now this is the one which I have with me here. If they can cut across to me, this is the visual I'm talking about. Look at these people, these group of miscreants. This is a fire tending vehicle, and they're damaging it. They have set these buses ablaze, and this was supposed to come here for rescue, and it could have doused the flames, but they've damaged this. And now it's the next sequence of vehicles from the other side, as this person who shot these visuals is making his way further up and further away. Back to you, Tanvi.
Absolutely, Anand. So those fresh set of visuals which are coming, which show that even now the situation doesn't seem to be really under the control. There may be a handful of miscreants that are visible on the screens right now, but look at the extent of damage and destruction they've managed to carry out. There is one isolated fire engine there that has also been targeted and damaged, and buses burned, trucks burned. Yesterday also the scenes were the same. So what's changed in 24 hours? How do you bring this under control? Protesters are torching vehicles, trucks that are carrying cars were targeted yesterday. Today these are passenger buses, tourist buses. Those people who may be stranded in some other villages and towns even as we speak. Now last night the government had decided to move and announce a curfew and a clamp down, but that's not been effective. Now 24 hours later, just a few minutes ago, is when finally we learned from the center, and Nukunj was telling us about the additional deployment, about the additional troops and the battalions that are being sent in now to bring the situation under control. So what has the Shivraj Singh government been doing for the last 48 hours? That has to be asked, and the government must come out and explain. For them to hide behind the excuse of a conspiracy and politics is not acceptable. If that is the case, then why not crack down on these people and put them behind bars? Because look at the kind of destruction of public property and violence that the state is witnessing right now. These are the visuals that we are getting to our viewers right now from Devas. There were visuals earlier in the day which were also from the Mandsaur area that showed how people were stuck in one of these buses. They were stranded inside while the protesters outside turned violent and started pelting stones. And the window panes of that bus were breaking and people were stuck inside. Now those buses have been set on fire. And that's an entire line of buses that have been set on fire, trucks included. In fact, in one of the videos, the first person who's recording it is traveling, and he goes around the stretch of about 2 kilometers, and all you see is destroyed vehicles charred or still on fire. Mohit, where are you and what is the situation there?
We are currently here in Mandsaur, where it all actually began. We are at Pipliya Mandi. It falls under the Mandsaur district, and this is where it actually all began. And this is where these 7 farmers were shot dead. And apparently, this is where the protest first began from. It was here that the farmers had first, protested against the unfair price of their produce. They had, taken to the streets. They were protesting in silence. But when they saw that, the government was paying no heed to their demands, to their protest, they finally turned their protest into a violent one. And it seems that those are the repercussions which the state is currently facing. You have all the cabinet ministers of the Madhya Pradesh government running around. They're trying to somehow manage and pacify the situation, but it seems that it is a little bit late in the day to do that.